main foundation behind Kiranika was that we're going to go teach to NGOs, go to orphanages.
We just completed 1 year, so yay to that.
Kiranika has been such a fulfilling experience for all of us. Like every time we go out and teach those children and see them beautiful smiles.
We have a science student, we have a commerce student, I'm a humanities student. वेलकम टू द फर्स्ट एपिसोड ऑफ किरणिका डायरीज और आज हमारे साथ है हमारी फाउंडर एंड प्रेसिडेंट अवनी पठारी. सो इट्स बिन अ क्रेजी 2 months, board results, colleges. How's it been for you?
It's been very hectic, but it's really fun, so I love life right now.
Alright. So Kiranika, let's talk about Kiranika. What led to the inception of Kiranika? क्या है कहानी किरणिका के पीछे?
So basically what happened was my mom and I were just having a random general conversation how poverty, it's actually started with poverty, how it is so
Such a major issue.
yes, such a major issue. And then my mom was talking about how she saw videos on Facebook कि वो जाके पानी पिला रहे हैं और छाछ पिला
So
रहे हैं.
it
It
was
was summertime again. During this, it's just been a year. We just
we just completed 1 year, so yay to that. But yeah.
So we just completed 1 year recently. So it was just around this time only.
Right.
And so she was talking about how they
We give back to society.
society.
Mhm.
And then it just struck me, why not go and to teach NGOs? That was the first this idea that we came up with.
Right.
Right. So Kiranika, main foundation behind Kiranika was that we're going to go teach to NGOs, go to orphanage. Orphanage we just accomplished very recently.
We went when our first year got completed,
So in
on
on
honor of them.
Yes. So we went there and that was such a good experience.
I would just like to point out that she's the glue binding us all together. I mean, through everything, she's led us, she's guided us, she supported us. So really, really thankful for that.
But I'm glad to have such a beautiful team, such a team that's
Kiranika has been such a fulfilling experience for all of us. Like every time we go out and teach those children and see their beautiful smiles, it's
It
like
just makes our day, you know. It's just like something fulfilling that we have
that you've done something in life
life.
and we can some way give back to society.
Even if some days you're like, oh, I don't want to go today, I'm feeling very tired. The moment you step inside, गर्मी and ये सब कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. It's just the children and we are teaching and how well they respond, how well they.
talented.
Yes.
So talented. I mean,
So it's the best thing in the world.
okay.
So back to the story. So we started. So then I came to you guys. Oh, why don't we start teaching NGOs?
And mind you, this was literally in the beginning of 12th grade, and we were all like, okay, we're doing this.
Yes. So that was also a bit of a drawback, I would say, because
But I think that
we had to
also
manage a lot of
helped
things
us.
together. But it also taught us how to multitask.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
I think that was a good time to start.
Yes, it was a good time. It would have been better if we would have started a year back, because then probably it would have been a more flow and
More
we would
smoothly.
have.
We would have more time also to
Yes.
invest in that.
But it's fine. We are here now.
we also had a 3-month long hiatus because of board exams again. But we're back.
Yes, we are
And
back
we're-
and fully.
We're here
back
to
in
come.
action.
We're here to be there. So, okay. So, what were some of the challenges you faced in the organization of Kiranika, just as a team leader or just coordinating with the NGOs? What were some of the major challenges that you faced?
I think one of the biggest challenges was, firstly, of course, it was the board years. Everyone was busy with studies. So getting everyone together, that was one of the major problems.
Right.
Plus, when we started, I think the first visit was on 28th May.
Yeah, and this was Udaan. We went to Delhi.
Yes, we went to Udaan NGO in Delhi. So 28th May was fine. Then we did 1 week move. We went to Weekend, we went to Ramakriti. Then we had one more round of Weekend. But after that, NGOs closed down. So again, that June month, which we could
Because
have
of summer
actually,
holidays.
we could have actually
Invested
more time. That we got, we could not spend any
As
more
much time. as
Yes.
we wanted.
Then July came, and again we were so busy with our exams and everything, but we still managed to make time.
Then
Sep-
midterms as well.
Yes. So October onwards, again, we had, I don't think we did any, like 1 or 2 visits, but we did not do any visits.
So we had quite a long hiatus because of board exams.
Yes. So that was also huge issue that we could not get everyone together. It was only two of us visiting the NGOs at one time. And at one point in July, I think we were able to do two NGOs together simultaneously.
Right. Ramakriti and
Yes,
We Care.
We Care, Ramakriti. And also, I think a huge shout out to our school because we could not have
Huge
done
shout,
it without
huge
it.
shout out. We had the fair as well, the
Yes, so they helped us
Diwali
get
stall. That was
Diwali
amazing.
stall.
I mean, we got so many like enthusiastic parents, and everybody contributed so largely. Like, we're so grateful to everybody because of
Yes.
that.
And also, school, half of us followers we got, they were because of
our school. So huge shout out to Shriram Millennium School.
Yes. And also, the way they supported us,
Our teachers, they were throughout the whole journey.
Also, the school allowed us to leave half an hour early on Thursday.
And our
so that we
followers.
could- Yes, our followers, oh my god. So half of us followers on Instagram are because of this school. And so huge
Teachers
shout
have
out.
supported us throughout the whole journey, and they've always motivated us to do more. So that is one very
Yes.
important point that I would like
Coming
to.
back to the challenges we were talking about, getting together everyone was a huge task.
In terms of coordinating with the NGOs, could you shed light on what the challenges were? Just finding NGOs. I just remember like you had to call up so many places and then setting up meetings, and then you have different timings. So just setting up all of that, scheduling all of that. How did that work out for you?
So basically, I would call 5 to 6 NGOs. I would get reply from one. So that was also very difficult task.
And I remember a lot of times we got very negative feedback.
feedback also. But it also taught us how to receive that feedback and
How to
how
deal
to deal with it. So that was again a huge challenge because dealing with NGOs, because we need to find someone which is genuine. We used to
There's
go
so
to
many
some
money making
we
NGOs
used
out
to
there.
go to an NGO. They would not give it. I won't say the name of the NGO, of
Mhm.
course. But when we used to go to this NGO, they would not give the students anything. They would just take it for themselves. So we could
Like
see
a lot of it was very much for show, because we had those visits over there, and like there were people who were coming for donations, and even if children were in the middle of classes, that was completely dismissed, and those people who were there for donations, they were given priority over the child's education. So
Yes.
that was something that really didn't sit right with us, and that's why we discontinued our visit to that said
NGO.
NGO. Let's not talk about
But-
what NGO it was.
So it was also because they did not really prioritize the children. And the children were genuinely, when I took their first session, they were so enthusiastic and they were the smartest kids I
Very
have taught
bright.
in any NGO. Like, I'm genuinely speaking, I did not have a board there. So I was just saying and they were able to follow my instructions.
Very
so that is
bright.
also very difficult. Even हम लोग को भी कोई बोल देता है कि oh just do this. We
It's
did
very
not
difficult
follow,
to
especially
follow.
math, because I take Vedic math tricks. So that is also a huge
Challenge.
challenge. Yes.
Okay, so adding to that, can you tell our viewers a little bit about what workshops we take, what we do when we go to these NGOs, what we do, what our operations are?
So as we started, we went towards education first, and so Rahini, she takes English workshops. Swasti, she also takes art workshops. Etheria,
We've had dance workshops.
yes, dance workshops. Etheria takes Vedic maths with me, and then I again take Vedic maths and science experiments. So we have lots of people, and the best part about our group is that we are all from such different
Diverse
backgrounds.
backgrounds. All of us, like
Someone,
we have a science student, we have a commerce student, I'm a humanities student.
so it's like something so different, and when we all come together, it's something unique that pops out.
And now we have such young volunteers as well.
Yes, we have students of grade 9, students of grade 10,
11.
students of 11, also students of 11. So we have the entire batch of 9 to 12.
So yeah, that's been a really good journey. I mean, interacting with these different kinds of people and coming together to form this beautiful organization
initiative. So I also wanted to speak about how one of our teachers,
Shout out to
Neha
Neha
Sharma,
ma'am.
she came to the NGO and she she talked to the children. So counseling session, and that was so helpful.
And she also did a dance workshop with the
Yes,
children.
she
That was
also
so
did a dance
sweet.
workshop with them. So that was really great. Then also, like just a few days back, we held a photography workshop. Miss Rohini Gautam, she's also one of
Visual
my
Epoch,
teachers.
right?
Yes, she's from Visual Epoch and she took a beautiful session with the children. She taught children the photography on her professional
Fundamentals.
camera. So that was also something that was
Really much.
Really
So that's also something that I would like to add. Through Kiranika, we have people from such different spheres and walks of life that are coming here to collaborate with us and do such wonderful stuff. So we're really grateful to be able to connect to such people as well. Okay, so adding to that, what are a few future prospects for Kiranika? What are things that you have in mind for the future of Kiranika?
So there's a lot of things that are in my
Secrets.
mind. Yes, secrets. But just to give an insight into it, I want to get into the medical field as well. Something because the name Kirinika, it means a gentle ray of hope. So that ray of hope could be towards anyone. So we could probably expand our horizon,
Right.
just not stick to teaching NGOs. Because again, there's another problem that we would be facing in the future. We
Because
are
we're all
off to
going to different places
colleges,
for college.
different cities, different countries. So
And a lot of people, I mean, whenever we talk about Kirinika, this is one question that we always get. And how are you going to
manage it all.
manage it all?
So
We are here.
it's like the
We're there to
first
stay.
year. If we manage it through this year, we'll be able to manage it forever. So just fingers crossed, we're able to do it.
We will be doing
We
it.
will
We are
be
here to
doing it.
stay. But yeah, that is something that we need to really work upon.
Yes.
The logistics of getting everybody
Yes.
together. Like
Yes.
this.
So time zone difference, that is also going to be a
This
huge.
girl is going out of this country, so we need to
Yes.
we need to
So
coordinate
that-
time zones.
Yes,
as well.
time zones coordinate karna. Then also
Sab
NGOs
kuch hai.
also. It's very difficult as well. It's going to be difficult. So that's why I want to get into something which weakens social media is such a powerful. It is, of course,
In
everyone
terms of connecting us as well.
Yes. So I am connected with people I knew from 4th grade, 5th grade. You would be probably connected with people too, with friends
Because through
through social media. You find their account and then they send you a request or you send it, vice versa.
Even us spreading this message to you
Yes.
through our conversation is because of social media. So
Yes.
it can be a really powerful tool if you use it right.
Yes, if used right, it is a very powerful tool. So I want to get into the medical field as well. I can't really say what
What
we
we're
are
doing, it's
planning
coming
on.
up. Stay
It's going to be
tuned.
coming up soon.
Stay tuned.
So
But-
yeah, we want to get into the medical field.
She has some very interesting initiatives lined up as well. Very, very exciting. We'll come to that in a few months.
Yes, probably the next podcast you see me.
Yeah, and she'll be telling you all the secrets of the industry. But stay tuned for that.
Yes. So also, I want to do something for the small scale manufacturers as well.
Right.
And also, like we were thinking about what to do in our first year anniversary on 18th May. You gave that idea, Langar Lagwa Dete Hain. Swasti gave the idea, okay, let's go and feed.
Right.
So I really like those ideas. I want to do it. So before we go, I wish we could have 3 to 4 of those events.
That's what
as
I would
well.
like to point out. You don't have to do something big to, achieve status. You can just go and feed somebody near your house. You can literally just go have a conversation with a person who's not having a good day. So these small steps make a big difference. And that is what Kiranika is to all of us.
Yes.
Small steps that change people's life, that brings a little ray of hope into the lives of people.
Yes. So that is something we are really looking forward and hope everyone supports and gives as much love.
I'd really like to point out, like, when we started Kiranika, I was so apprehensive because I was like, how are we going to do this? I mean, it seems so impossible, but she just went and did it. It was as simple as just going and doing it. You go to NGOs, you do a visit, and you make that difference. You think that it's a very impossible thing to do, but it is not. And she is proof of that. I'm so grateful for you to be able to give me this opportunity. Thank you.
So it also, thank you so much. So, but it's actually everyone together, the 6, 7 of us, we together worked hard. It was not only my effort. You guys worked on the social media posts. Because actually, I was really against the idea of putting it on social media. at
That was also
first.
something that we really debated for a long time.
Because I was like, when we are doing something good, why to show it to people? And now again, we are doing this podcast. But
To
what
bring
my
that
mother-
message to a wider.
yes, my mom said this, that I got to know the pani pilana, chas wala. I got to know because people are shooting it and putting it on social media.
Exactly.
If you don't put it, how are people going to get inspired? So that is also, we want a huge audience to work on it.
And in terms of even gaining volunteers, I think social media really played an important role
Yeah.
because people need to know what you're doing.
Yes.
In this world, unfortunately, you have to market yourself to an extent so that people know what you're doing
Yes.
and then they can join your initiative
Yes.
and your.
Because what is our ultimate motive? That we bring change
And
we
we
want to be
get
the
more
change.
people to
Get-
be the change
yes.
with us.
So that is what we want. We reach a wider spread of people.
Right.
So that's why I think it's important to put it on social media. And also the orphanage visits that we did, even though we can't post,
So
post
fulfilling.
everything on social media because of causes involved that we can't put the
Hmm.
children's face.
Right.
That experience, oh my god, that was the most
Please talk about that.
lovely thing that I've experienced in my life. So we entered the orphanage. Firstly, there's no orphanage in Gurgaon that I could find. So we went
Please
to
tell us in the comments if you do.
yeah,
have a
we
good
need-
one.
Please. We really need something. We need some orphanage in Gurgaon. So we went to this orphanage, Miracle Charitable Trust, in Faridabad. So we went to this orphanage. We entered and we see the infants room. Oh, my god!
We melted. All of us just melted.
Yes, we melted on spot. And then it was also like, we can't leave them.
It
We
was so
enter the
difficult.
room, we are sanitizing our hands constantly
So that we don't
spread
spread any
infection.
infection.
That was also, it was so,
When the children
entered-
were so giving, I mean, you went to them and they approached you with such love.
yes, and they would not get out of our lap.
When we were leaving, they were all just like crying and they're
Yes.
doing their little dance. It was so adorable.
So the 1 to 2 years,
I think up till 3, 1 to 3.
1 to 3 years, we were still allowed to be with them, and they were a bit more responsive. So we were able, even if not with a lot of
Older children.
Yes.
Because older children are a bit more apprehensive, which is obvious.
yes.
And that is something that you need to expect. But
When we went to the 1 to 3 years,
Mhm.
they were all very come. They used to come. They would come and they would hug us, and they would not get out of the laps. At one point, we were all sitting with two children. on our
that
laps.
was so cute.
And then it was very difficult to leave that room.
Mhm.
But then when we went to the room in which
Oh.
even the younger ones were placed,
Right.
newborns,
Slightly older.
like-
Oh no, okay, right.
the newborns,
Infants, like
infants.
complete infants.
So firstly, we were not allowed, and then they saw our faces, and
We
they
were like
okay.
literally pleading with our eyes, let us in. We were just allowed to go one at a time. Like we couldn't all go together.
Yes.
Without pleading eyes, they did let us in one at a time.
So when we took the children in the arms, they had to drag me out. And as soon as I kept the child down, she started crying.
She was
I
so-
could not.
And then after she left, she's like, I can't go back inside or else I won't be able to leave. So we were like, you stay outside, do not come in.
Yes. The same thing happened with Mannat as well. So it was a really good experience, and then we got chola kulcha for them.
Yeah, unfortunately we couldn't serve because of some time discrepancy, but we did get chola kulcha from them. Then we got drinks as
cupcake
well. We got jeera wali drinks. Can you tell us what they did?
So what they did was, they came and they're like, okay, can you open it for us? So we're like, sure. And then I think it was Swasti or Naman, either of them. They opened it and they tried drinks.
So what they were doing is they were just like shaking
shaking
it.
it. And then when we closed it and then we were like, okay, let us get you another one. They shaked it again. So there was one child who would just
There were
keep on
children who were
shaking.
just taking the drink so that they could shake it and let it explode.
So they were so cute.
They were so cute. Those antics, they just take you back.
Yes.
Because I'm sure all of us have done that once in our
And
lives.
that's many times.
Right.
So it was the most fulfilling experience. I wish we could do another visit.
We
I'm
will do
probably sure we'll do it in June.
Right. We're also planning to go to old age homes.
Old age homes as well, yes.
So we have a few more members joining us. And that was it for the first episode of Kiranika Diaries. Stay tuned for more. Bye.
And we hope you enjoyed it.
We hope.